Hello everyone, I am so glad to have you here, and I am happy to have the opportunity to make this top and to have you join me in making this top. So for this top I'm going to be using a double knit yarn. This is by Charity in South Africa. I'm not sure in America because most of my subscribers are from America. Shout out to the US of A. So we're going to be using double knit yarn. I've already chosen my colors, my different colors, and it's a very easy pattern. I'm going to be using myself for sizing. I am a size medium and I'm flat chested, but the nice thing about this top is that immediately after you chest, before your boobies come forth or before you start having to cover them, you can flare out the top. So let's get started by making a chain of 90 plus 3. So this is our slip stitch, and I'm going to make 90 chains like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the chain 5. I'm going to chain 90 plus 3, that is 93. So continue and make the chain 7, 8, 9, 10, and I will meet you at the end of this row. I have crocheted 90 and then 1, hold on to here, 1, 2, 3. This counts as our first double crochet, and we are going to start our first row with double crochets. So with double crochet you go underneath, then you go under, and then pull through 2, pull through 2. So you go under, pull through 2, pull through 2. So I'm going to double crochet going down the row. So I will meet you at the end of the row. Continue your double crochets, and then I will meet you at the end of the row. The next row is also going to be double crochets, but I'm going to show you how I go on to the next row. So that counts as row 1. We are at the end. I've crocheted that first part also, and now I am chaining 1, 2, 3 and turning the work around. This counts as our first double crochet. So you are going to continue and make double crochet going down the row. This is row 2. When you reach the end of the row, you're going to chain 1, turn the work around, and then chain 2 more and continue. And then when you reach here, when you come back, you're going to crochet in this one because it counts as a double crochet. So I'm going to do this for 3 rows, and then we're going to switch it up. This is row 1, row 2, and then we're going to make 1 more row and then switch things up a bit. So go and make 2 more rows, and then I will meet you at the end so that we can start the flaring part of our top. I have reached the end of row 3, and now I'm going to chain 25. Okay, chain 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right, I'm going to cut this off at 25. And then we're going to join the other side. I'm going to go here at the top. Make sure you're at the top. Don't make the mistake of joining this somewhere else. So I'm going to join this here. I'll make a knot. And I am going to chain 25. Go under here. Chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I'm going to stop here at 24 and then crochet 3, 1, 2, 3 stitches. This counts as my first double crochet, so it's going to make it 25. I'm holding on to 24 and now I'm going back into 24 with a double crochet. So go back down the row with double crochet. Okay, now I'm going to continue on the row. This is where we started that 25 on this side, and then I'm going to hold on to that yarn and then go in here and continue making double crochets down the row. Okay, down the row, and then when I reach the other side where there's just chains, I continue with the double crochets. Let us see. So this is how it's looking. It joined, you see. So I'm going to continue and do the double crochet, and then when I get here I'm going to continue to do the double crochets and then turn the work around. I'll show you. This is the end of the row where we are going to continue, turn the work so it makes it easy for you to see. You see, this is the front, and then you can continue with your double crochets from that row. When you reach the end, turn the work around, chain 3, and continue with your double crochet rows. So there I'm continuing with the double crochets. Alright, so this is how it looks on the other side. This is how it looks. I've already showed how to turn the work around. So you turn by turning and then chaining 3 and then continuing into the next space as the first 3 chains counts as the double crochet. If you are a newbie, count your double crochets. That's going to help you make sure that you do not shrink the top or it loses shape and starts going to the side. Count. If there's supposed to be 25 after you've added chains, then count there's supposed to be 25 on this side, 90, 25 on the other side. All right, so crochet up until the end, chain 3, and then move into the next one and continue to do that. I'm going to change color on row 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. On row 8 I'm going to change color and add another color. If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you can keep it this color. But to change color, it's the same thing we did when we cut off the yarn. Cut off the other yarn, make a knot and continue. But overall you're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If you're a medium, 13. If you're a large, add 2 more rows, and then we're gonna switch things up a bit to make the neckline. So continue, and I'll meet you after you have done your 13 rows, or if you're large, 15 rows. If you're extra large, so forth and so forth. Add 2 more rows for each increasing size from a medium. If you're small, of course, remove 2 rows. All right, so we're going to change things up a bit, and we are going to make our neck. To make the neck, you are going to put the top in half. So this is our top. You're going to put the top in half and use a stitch marker for the middle. Going to use the stitch marker for the middle there, and then you are going to count. I'll just put this here. This is the middle of our neck. You are going to count 52 from here to there, depending on how big you want it. So you're going to do 52, and you are going to do 3 rows. So you're going to count 52, but when we get to the 52nd, we're going to change it up a bit, and we're going to make 3 rows for the neck. So go ahead and I'm gonna turn this work around. I already chained 1, 2, 3, and then go in here. This counts as second double crochet. This is 2, 3, 4. So count 50, and I'm gonna show you what we're going to do. I have crocheted 50, and now we are going to merge 2 double crochets. So actually, let me go 49 so we can merge here before the last one. You go in there, and then you go under, go through there, and then you're going to go through 3, and then you're going to go through 2. This is how you decrease a double crochet into 1 double crochet, and then you're going to make 1 double crochet. So now chain 1, 2, 3. We're going to do another decrease. We're going back now, and we are going to go, this counts as the first double crochet, and now I'm going to go into this one and then immediately go into the other one to pull, and then pull through 3, and then through 2, and then continue on your row. And then on the other side, of course, you're not making any changes. It's normal double crochet. And then you're going to come back, and then when you come back, you are going to do what we did here by merging this 2 and then 1 double crochet, and that's going to be your last row on this side before we start our row on the other side to make the 3. So go on ahead and finish this one. When you reach this here, you just do 3 double crochet, 3 chains as a double crochet, and then go back. Then when you arrive here, you are going to do another decrease by merging the 2 and then doing a double crochet in the end, and then cut off the yarn. Then you're going to go to the other side and then count how many are here, and then you can count to the other side, and you know that that's where you are going to start the next row. So let me finish this off and then show you how to start the row on the other side. I counted 52 from this side to here. So we are going to start, because you want to continue with what you have done on this side. So if this row is looking like this, it means we were doing it, we were crocheting from the other side, the back. So you want it to look the same. So I'm going to turn this around. So this is where 52 is. So that means I just have to cut this off. Let me see. Actually, no, this is not this is the right way. 52. I was going from here, I was going that way in the row before the decreases. So I am going to chain 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to make a decrease. We're going under here, and then under here, and then pull through 3, and then pull through 2, and then continue on the row. All right, so you can see it looks, let's see, this looks the same as this side. All right, so there we go. So I have put the 2 parts together. I didn't cut off the yarn because we're going to crochet these together. So here's the other part, and then I put this part on top, and we are going to put the top together by making single crochets through both sides. If you want, you can use a yarn needle. I'm not going to use a yarn needle. I like to crochet the top together, or projects together, with a crochet hook. So with single crochets, you just go underneath and single crochet. So you just go underneath, pull through 2, pull through 2. All right, so you're going to do this until you reach the end this side, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side, and then we are going to do this down here by going over here and crocheting up to here, and then go on to the other side and do the same thing under here. So put it together on the top here, single crochets, and then the armpit with a T over here, and then do the same thing on the other side. I have turned the top inside out, and this is how it looks. This is how it looks around here, and this is how it looks around here. So now we are going to start our next step, which I'm going to... So for this step, we're going to make half double crochets. And for the half double crochet, I'm going to go in here, and we're going to make a knot for our yarn. I'm using the same type of yarn, by the way. And then we're going to go under, chain 1, 2, and then we're going to make half double crochets by going under and then going through both. So it's like a double crochet, but instead of going over twice, you go over once through all 3. So make a half double crochet going around, and then we're going to switch things up a bit. So this is how it looks. Gonna do half double crochet one more time, and then I'm going to meet you when you went around the top. This is around the waist, by the way. All right, well, not the waist, but the body. We have reached the end of the row, and I'm going to slip stitch in here. All right, and then I'm going to use a 4mm hook now. Just gonna chain 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to crochet in the front loops. So you're going to skip 1, 2, and then you're going to make 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then in the same space 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to skip 1, 2, and then in the third we're going to make a double crochet, and then you're going to skip 1, 2, and then you're going to make 5 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. There, it's looking like that. And then we're going to skip 1, 2, and then in the third we are going to make a double crochet, 2, and then we're going to skip 1, 2, and then in the third we're going to make 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, and we are working in the front loops for this row. Chain 1, 1, 2, oh, excuse me, 3. And this is how it's looking. So continue down the row as we have been doing. Skip 1, 2, and then in the third we're going to make 1 double crochet, and then skip 1, 2, and then in the third we're going to make 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and then 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. There we go. So continue on this row until this side, and then I'll show you how to continue going forward. All right, so this is the end of the row, and I ended with this one double crochet. So I am going to, if there's only one left double crochet here, I'll just make a slip stitch because you want it to end with one, but it's going to be too tight. Oh my goodness. Okay, going to do that, and we'll do a slip stitch. All right, so chain 1, 2, 3, 4. Even when you get to the next row, you're going to chain 4, and then you are going to go in between the fan. This is a fan stitch or shell stitch, in between the shell, and you're going to crochet 3, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to move on to this space, and then you're going to go in here and chain 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 2, sorry, chain 1, not 2, because we're doing 1, and go in here with 3 double crochets, same space, 2, 3. Okay, so this is how it looks, and now we are going to make a single crochet. All right, and then you are going to increase this by making 2 single crochets in here. It's going to open it up a bit. Then you do 3, chain 1, 3, and then you do 1 double crochet. Okay, let me do this. Chain 1, 1, 2, 3 double crochets, and then we are going to make 1 double crochet in here. Then we're going to make another fan here, and then when we get here, we're going to make 2 double crochets in one space, like we did here, instead of 1 double crochet. And then in the next row, you are going to put in 3 double crochets in one of these. So don't go in the middle, go up here, and then in the next row 4, in the next row 5, and then depending on how long you want the top to be, you just keep adding more in the next row. So I'll show you. Chain 1, 1, 2, 3. and then we're going to go in here with 2 double crochets. Let me finish this row. 1 2 1 2, and then in the next row is going to be 1 3 1 3, and so forth. I have reached the end of this row, and I'm going to put in 2 because here it was 1, so I'm going to put in the second double crochet in here, and then I'm going to slip stitch. So we're going to slip stitch here, chain 1 2 3, and we are going in here with 3 double crochets. 1 2 3, chain 1 1 2 3, and move into the next space. This is where we do 1 double crochet, make 1 double crochet, and then move into this space. 1 2 3, chain 1 1 2 3. Now this is where we had 2 double crochets, so you're going to make 1 double crochet and then make 2 double crochets in this space. 1 2, and then move into the next space with 3 double crochets. If I'm going too fast, please use the settings for the speed where you can slow down the speed. And I explained how to do a double crochet in the beginning, so you can just go back. Here we're doing 1 double crochet, and in this space, so I'm going to show you one more what to do when you reach the 2 double crochets. So this is 3 double crochet, chain 1 1 2 3. All right, so now we go in with 1 double crochet in here in the first double crochet, and then 2 double crochets in the second double crochet, and then continue on and do what you're supposed to do. This is how it looks. I have reached the end of this row and I've crocheted 2 to make it 3, and now I am going to slip stitch, chain 1 2 3, and then continue on with this row. I'm going to show you one more time, and then as you go you can actually turn this into a dress if you want to. If you keep going, it's going to be a beautiful dress. I might just make a dress. 2 3, and then we're going to chain 1 double crochet 1, and then we're going to make 3 double crochets in this space. 2 3, chain 1, and then 3 double crochets, and then we are going to put in 2. We're going to put in 1 in this, and then we're going to put in 2 because now we're making 4 spaces, and then 1 in the other double crochet. There we go. All right, so 2, so you put in 1 2 1 to make it 4. So continue on this row as we have been. The next double crochet is just 1 double crochet, chain 1 2 3, and now we chain 1. So there we go. This is how it's looking. I like the way that it looks currently with just increasing this 1 row. So for the rest of the rows I'm going to keep it like this. The arms I'm also going to just do 1 2 3 4 rows of increase, or rather 3 rows of increase, because we started increasing from here with 2 3 and now 4. So 2 3, to not increase, I am going to continue with the 4 in between 1 in between the shells. 1, 2, 3. So going forward, so this is where we do 1 double crochet. I'm going to keep it at 4. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3. And then here is what I mean when I say I'm going to keep it at 4. I'm going to go in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then move on to, keep it at 4. So I'm going to keep it at 4. So I have done 3. So this row, so continuing forward, I'm just going to keep it at 4. So I like the way that it looks at 4. If you want it to flare up and open even more, you can continue increasing, or you can increase one more time, but I'm going to keep it with 4. So I have already crocheted this fan and then 1 double crochet this fan, and then I'm going to crochet 1, 2, 3, 4. And then continue with the fan. So for the upcoming rows, I'm just going to keep it at 4 and then continue, like do the same that I've been doing here with 1 and then 4, fan 1 and then 4 for the next coming rows until I'm happy with the length. And then the arms, I'm going to do the same thing and end it at 4. So I'll show you how I'm doing the arms so that you can see how to make the arms. We are now going to crochet our arm, and you can follow along. So this is the armpit, under the armpit, and I'm going to make single crochets. You can make half double crochets, either way. I'm going to make single crochets because I don't have enough of the orange yarn. So I suggest you make half double crochets like we did here, or single crochets. I've already done this side of the arm with single crochets. So I'm going to chain 1, 2, and then I'm going to go in between, go underneath, go in here in between the rows. Don't go under the row, go over the row. And then I'm just going to grab this one so that I can crochet it in there. There's single crochets, go in there, single crochets, and then in between single crochets, and then in between the row single crochets. So I'm going to single crochet and then single crochet. Make 1 single crochet on top of the line and then 1 in between the line. It makes things easier. On the line and then in between the line, making sure that I crochet over the double crochet or through the double crochet. So over the line and there. And then through there. So go on ahead and finish this row, and then I will meet you on the second row where we are going to make our pattern. So the pattern is the same as when you started the peplum part of the top with the orange, where I did the orange. So yeah, here I'm doing single crochets. I'm going to finish this off because sometimes it's not easy to put these things through here, but this is how it looks so far with the single crochets on our arms. Start on the armpit. So let me just zoom out so you can see what I mean here. Let's see. I have reached the end of this row, and I'm going to slip stitch. Turn this around. I'm going to slip stitch and then chain 1, 2, 3 to start. And now we are going to start with the pattern that we did on the orange part of the peplum, which is this. So for this, the arms, I'm going to do 6 rows. 1, 2, so you're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and then chain 3, 1, 3 double crochets, not chain 3, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to make 1 double crochet. Skip 1, 2, 1 double crochet, skip 1, 2, and then 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to skip 1, 2, and then a single double crochet in there. So continue on this pattern, and I'll see you on the second row and then tell you what you need to do going forward. I've reached the end of that row, and I'm going to slip stitch in that first double crochet, chain 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to now start increasing the rows, and I'm going to you're going to start increasing here like we did in the pattern. So I made 2 double crochets in one space, and then now I continue on the pattern, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, and then in the next space, of course, we don't do any increase, so we make 1 double crochet and then move on to the next space with 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. You just turn this work around, 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets in the same space, 2, 3, and now we're going to make an increase here by making 2 double crochets. So continue with this pattern where you increase here, no increase, increase here, no increase, and then in the next row you're going to make 3. In the next row you're going to increase by 4, as we did previously. So I have done this amount of rows because I wasn't sure if I'll have enough yarn, but I'm still happy with the outcome. So I have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I stopped increasing at 4 increases. If you want the arm to flare up even more, like I said, you have to keep on increasing here. But if you're happy with how flared up it is, then you just need to leave it at the amount that you are happy with. So I'm happy with this. I'm going to finish off my arm. Okay, so here is our top, arms, and I am trying to get it all in the shot but I cannot. So yes, here is our top. Thank you everyone. I hope you enjoyed making this top. I might use a different yarn to make it for the summer, but this is quite thick, so it will be perfect for the winter. Oh, before you go, let me show you the measurements, so that if you're using a different yarn, you can know the length. So totally this is 56 centimeters, and then at the top here, the length is about 80, let me see, 82 centimeters, 83 centimeters. And then from up here to here, it is 6.7 inches, or 65 centimeters. And then the length on this one is 95 centimeters. Okay, so that's the length of our top. Thank you for joining. Be blessed. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. See you in the next video.